When we go on vacations, I cover all the expenses because I know he wouldn't be able to afford the luxurious five-star resorts that I prefer. On our birthdays, I've never pressured him to buy me expensive gifts. I cherish meaningful gestures like hand-drawn cards or heartfelt letters. I've always had open conversations with George about my spending on him, making sure he's comfortable with it. Thankfully, he has never raised any concerns and understands where I'm coming from. Our relationship is built on mutual respect and understanding, and it brings me joy to see him happy and content with me. One of my fondest memories with him was our trip to the mountains 2 years ago. We hiked to the top of a peak and watched the sunset together, feeling like we were on top of the world. In those quiet moments, surrounded by nature and his comforting presence, I knew I had found someone truly special. Just as I was lost in the tranquility of the moment, George surprised me in the most heartwarming way possible. He knelt down before me and pulled out a small velvet box. My heart skipped a beat as I realized what was happening. I hadn't expected a proposal then and there, but the love and sincerity in his eyes were unmistakable. Inside the box was a ring that sparkled in the fading light, a ring he had been quietly saving up for to mark this very moment. Tears of joy welled up in my eyes as I said yes without hesitation, feeling an overwhelming sense of gratitude and love. In that breathtaking setting under the canopy of the evening sky, I knew in my heart that I had found not just a partner but my soulmate. That evening, as we descended the mountain together hand in hand, I couldn't stop smiling. It is a memory etched into my heart forever. When we started planning our future together, I felt incredibly lucky to have George by my side. He wasn't just my fiancé, he was my best friend and my confidant. My parents love him as much as I do. However, the only person who seems to have a problem with us is his mother. Dealing with George's mother has been a challenge for me. Despite meeting her several times, she has never really warmed up to me. It's not that I sense jealousy or resentment, which might be more typical in future mothers-in-law. Instead, she seems to regard me with pity, almost as if she finds me distasteful. I tried to initiate conversations with her about this, hoping to understand her perspective or address any concerns she might have, but she remains silent and ignores me until I eventually walk away. It's perplexing and hurtful because I genuinely want to build a positive relationship with her for George's sake. Navigating this dynamic has been tough, especially when I see how much George values family. I've learned to approach interactions with her cautiously, hoping that with time and effort we can bridge whatever divide seems to exist between us. George's mother has a peculiar reaction whenever he shows affection towards me in her presence. She visibly recoils in disgust. It's an uncomfortable situation for both of us, so we've learned not to display any sign of affection when she's around. It's a bit odd, but we respect her boundaries nonetheless. I remember the first time George dragged me to have Christmas dinner with his mother. It was just the three of us, and she hardly spoke to me throughout the evening, which made for a rather awkward experience. As we sat at the table, she and George chewed their food loudly while I found myself trying to make small talk to fill the silence. Despite my efforts, the atmosphere remained tense and awkward. I did not enjoy the evening at all. Since my family went all out to celebrate the holidays, we gathered